Hello guys, welcome back to the ReactJS course. We're gonna pick up where we left last time. So last time we talked about how to write in a class component in React. Okay, so we talked also about props, and props are the variables that we pass into the render component, and we that pass them to the component itself. Okay, so we can also pass in another variable, let's say for example number and 3, and on a small note we need to add in these brackets, because if we don't we'll get an error. So whenever it's an integer we need to put in brackets, and if it's a string we put it into quotation marks. Okay, and let's go back to component 1, and let's add in nh1, and the number we passed is, and we open up brackets props dot number. Okay, we go back to the browser. The number we passed is 3, so everything is working fine. So these are the props. Okay, so today we are not going to talk about classes. We are going to talk about states in a function, and everything regarding to the class. We're going to go more deep into classes in next videos. So today we're only going to focus on functions, and we're going to explain what a state is actually of a component. Okay, so let me erase this, and let me also erase these color, excuse me, this color, this car, and this to avoid confusion. Okay, so for that we are gonna go to our component 1, and add the next to this React, we are gonna import something else. So whenever you want to import multiple things from one package, you add in these brackets and you just import whatever you want. So we are gonna import useState. Okay, so the thing is, as we said last time, so we can write in JavaScript code outside of this return statement. Okay, so I can write in, let's say for example, const time equal to 10 here. Okay, and I can render this time 10 on the browser. So time is, and then we open up these brackets and we just type in time, because time is a known variable for the component. It's not a prop, so we can automatically render it. So we go back to the browser, the time is 10. Okay, so that's how we render a normal constant. Okay, so we didn't use states for now. So the thing is, I'm gonna add in a button. Okay, and let's the text click me, and let's add an event. So if you're familiar with HTML, you know that we need to add an event to the button. So whenever I click on this button, something happens. Okay, so let me write in a very simple function in JavaScript. Let me call it handle click, and that's a way of writing functions in JavaScript. And let me, whenever I want to click on the button, I want this time to increment by 1. So let me add time equals +1, and then handle click. Okay, so whenever I want to click on this button, I want this time to increment. That's what should happen actually. Okay, so we go back to the browser. Whenever I click on this button, okay, I do not see an update on this time. So that is why we need the states actually. So states are specific objects, or if you want variables to a component, that whenever they change, the component re-renders. What does a component re-renders mean? That whenever you want to change something on the browser, it changes. Okay, but if you use a normal constant as the time right here, a normal constant in JavaScript, it is not gonna update, but because that you're automatically rendering the constant itself. So you can see here that they're telling you that the time is 10, even though you are incrementing the time whenever you click on the button. Okay, so I'm gonna write in how we use actually states in React. So first of all, you open a constant, and let's name it time, set time equal use state, and let's initialize it to 0. Okay, so that's how you initialize a variable state in React. So time is the variable and set time is the function. Okay, so that you need to call whenever you want to update this time. Okay, so if you know basic programming, you know there are get and set functions. That's a bit the same thing. It's very similar to that. Okay, so now our handle click function. I don't know why I have. Okay. And our handle click function, I want to set the time to the previous time plus 1. So that's how you do it. So I'm setting the new time, to the old previous time plus 1. So that's how we write it. And then whenever I want to click on the button, I want to increment the time. And this use state right here initialize the time to 0. And the time is now a state of the component. So it's a specific object, if you want, to the component itself. So let's go and try it out. So whenever I click on the button, now I can see that the time is incrementing 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's how we use states in React. Okay, so that was a very simple example. In the next video, I'm gonna do a little more difficult example on states, so you can understand furthermore the importance of states, and we're gonna use these states and props a lot in our bigger examples and projects. So please make sure that you really understand what they are and what they do. Okay, and if you have any questions, you can always ask on the comment section. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.